Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. So what I'm going to share with you is just some more information regarding the double barrel G18C that I recently purchased. Just a quick update on why I'm making this video is I've gotten a lot of comments and just recent messages just wondering like how compatible the parts are and how can two magazines, separate magazines, fit into the gun or an extended mag. Is there a replacement nozzle for this? I've gotten just kind of like a bombardment of questions lately, so I kind of wanted to just do this video for you guys to cover excuse me, to cover any little thing like that. So this is going to be more of like an experimental video, so I hope you guys enjoy and we'll get right into it. Okay, so first thing what we'll try is the two separate magazines into the bottom of this Glock. So we'll take out the magazines so you guys can have an idea of how big this single magazine is. So it's pretty big. I mean, it's literally two halves of two mags fused together, pretty much from what it looks like. But I mean, it's a monster magazine, so it double feeds, so you have about 26 or so shots in total. But 26 on one end, 26 on the other. But again, double barrel, so it simultaneously shoots both ends of the mag. So 26 shots or so is what you're gonna get out of this. So here is the mag well here. So as you guys can see, it's huge. I mean, it's a freaking monster magazine to fit in this thing. So we'll try right now to see if two actual magazines will fit. Just a comparison. I mean, it's almost looking like it's not going to, because here is, ooh, that was painful. So here's the magazines next to each other like so. So you have, of course, the single magazine fused together, and then you have the two separate mags. So you can already tell that the ones on the left are going to be a little bit too fat to fit through. If I put this one just on the edge of the other one, you have literally that much overhang. So it's not really going to work, guys. The unfortunate thing of it is you're going to have to buy more of these mags if you're going to run this pistol on the field, which I think is just more of a novelty piece. I don't really think this is something too practical because it's only one magazine, but again, it's doable. I'm not saying it's impossible. But here's what'll happen if we try to put in two magazines. Conflict right there. So it's the no-go. Nothing is going in there, but one thing is, here's how the magazine will look like, if it does go in there. There's like barely any space for the other magazine. One thing I noticed that's kind of interesting, if you rack the gun and then slide lock it like so, you can actually put in one of the magazines about all the way in, and I forgot which end it is, but it holds it in. It's pretty much the mag, and that tends to happen, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's something that'll hold the magazine in, because the alignment of the nozzle is also to keep in mind. Here's why this will never work. The nozzle will literally just crash right into that and destroy the gun if you even try to do it this way. So please don't do it this way, because these are expensive and you are gonna hate yourself for doing so. But that is busted for that myth. So we'll see what else we can find about this gun. So into the next segment. Okay, so the next myth-busting thing here is, will the G18 slide fit onto a G17 or G18 slide? So we're going to go ahead and try that right now. So I have my G18 pistol, which is the one you will need because the full auto portion in the lower frame needs to match the same as the double barrel, which, one second, I gotta get these things undone. So here are the lower frames, just to give you a comparison of the slide of the double barrel and the slide of the single barrel. So it's huge. I mean, look at that. Big difference. But if I try to just stack one on top, sorry, you will see that it's not two full-sized slides. So I'm just going to try to end the backs up as much as I can. But I don't know how much you guys can see because I have like a glare on my end. But anyway, just to verbally explain, it's literally, again, they shaved off, like when they created this thing, like it would be like this whole side shaved off and the whole side shaved off of the other side and then just fused together. So again, it's not two full-sized slides for this one. And let's try. I mean, this is really idiotic, but a couple of you guys asked me through message to see if it would work. I'm curious. This is so weird. So I guess we'll try to align the left side first, if it wants to go. I mean, it almost kind of wants to, but there is just, yeah, it's not gonna work because there's that wheel there. It's getting in the way, I guess. But see, again, this will give you a better point of, you know, it's not a full two slides being used here. It's not even gonna work. I really wanted to try this because I was curious myself. But that's as far as you'll get it, and no, it's not going to operate in any way, shape, or form. So just so you guys are already got that answered. Here's the lower frames on how they look like. Again, it's not two full lower frames. It almost looks like it, but it's just a little bit less thick if you put two of these side by side. But here's another idea, vantage point for you. Okay, so that one is busted. Let's try to see if we can run something else interesting with this gun. So on to the next segment. Okay, so on to the next Mythbuster thing here. So what I will try to do is I'm going to try to see, so I have currently the two OEM recoil springs for the G18C double barrel. I'm going to try to see if both of these will work. So the one on the left here is actually the Garter recoil spring, and then the other one next to it is it's also a form of upgraded one. I completely forgot what the brand name is of it because it's been forever. This silver one here was in my G18C. This one was in my custom G17. So I will try to see if that'll work. The recoil percentage is the same on those, I think about 150%. So it's really not going to have any issue. So we'll take these things out. They come out pretty much the same as they would on a regular G18C. Okay, grab those, perfect. Now, this one's a little bit tricky because it's kind of thick on the base. So, oh, okay, that actually went in easier than I thought it would. And then this one's also the same thing, nothing too crazy. Okay, so we have success. That looks a lot better. I know that it fits. I might buy two of these things for this gun. Now, let's try to rack it. This thing is just a real pain and lots of fun to field strip. I'm being sarcastic. It's pretty awful. Definitely don't like this field stripping for this gun. It's just very, well, oh, okay. It actually went in just fine. So as you can see, the weird silver one and a black one, oh, actually, wow, I like how that feels. Dang, that like really freaking like launches the slide now. You know what? This is actually doable. Wow, that's really cool. So a good thing to note is if you're trying to upgrade the recoil spring on these, it's doable. You just need two of them. That is cool. Well, I will give that one a pass for different recoil springs working on the G18C. Very compatible, and yeah, that is really cool. Okay, I'm going to see what else I can myth bust for you guys. Okay, next thing I will try to do is, in my G18C I have now, there's a Garter steel barrel in there. I only have one of them at this time, but I kind of want to see if if in the future there is a possibility of running 2 garter steel barrels on this monster, I will start by taking these outer barrels out. Let's see. Well, you know what? I'll leave one in there. I'm just curious to see if I can just fit one in there right now. The one thing to notice too, the metal on metal contact, they smeared like a lot of grease on there, which is really smart because otherwise these two outer barrels just rub against each other like hell. So you know, that's definitely a really smart thing done there, and probably something I would do on mine if these. I'm really hoping the steel barrels will fit on each other because that'll be freaking epic. That'll encourage me to buy 2 more of the steel outer barrels. And the one thing is the inner barrel, it does fit a little snug in there, but it fits. That's the important thing. It fits. So let's put this beast in there. Oh, that one actually slid in pretty easy. And let's put that through. Oh my god, no freaking way it actually fits in there. Oh, that is so cool. So it is already confirmed. I mean, granted, this is what you're going to look at, though. I don't, like, there's that weird opening there. I don't think it's an issue, honestly. It should just cycle through just fine. But we'll test that out in a second. But that is really badass. That actually fits in there without any problem. So now let's put these recoil springs back on and test it real quick. Okay, now to do the racking on this thing. It's so awful. I don't like it. All right. So you gotta align 2 rods now. It's not just 1, it's 2. And not all of them always want to get in there. Okay, I got it in. Everything clicked into place. So here's the garter on the left and the OEM on the right. So here's what the top view looks like. Obviously that barrel's not ported like that one is. And I mean, that looks a lot more attractive with that steel outer barrel, my goodness. And it works because it is racking like a dream. So here's that outer barrel right there. So that's what I really love about this. You know, being that it's so unique, you can still customize this thing with a lot of the standard, you know, parts that are already out there. That's really interesting. Although I can dry fire a couple shots for you guys because I'm not really trying to. Alright, big gun. No hesitation at all. That's just perfect. That one is a confirmed one right there as well. So garter G18/G17 barrel will fit on there without any issues. So, I mean, the only thing you'll get is that weird crease there. But again, nothing to be of worry, nothing to be concerned about. It will still work just fine. Wow, really cool. Okay, so in conclusion for the video, a lot of interesting things as you guys saw there. You know, definitely some, you know, pros and cons with getting the G18C, of course. You know, it's very interesting. I was definitely surprised with some of the parts that are, you know, that are still compatible with this thing. Granted, it's not 2 full-size Glocks fused together. It's only partially fused, meaning like, you know, not the full-sized 2 Glocks smashed into one, but you know, very cool. You know, we ruled out the 2 magazines won't fit, and you know, any magazine, 2 of any magazine will not fit into that gun. You need to buy the OEM magazines, which they do sell. It's just, it sucks to buy a magazine because it's a little bit more expensive. And obviously you can use many upgraded parts like recoil springs and outer barrels, which is plus, and that also includes inner barrels too. I didn't really have any inner barrels to test, but you can definitely get like some, you know, higher end inner barrels. You can even upgrade the hop-up chamber if you really wanted to, because there's plenty of room in there. And cosmetically, it looks awesome still. You know, it's nothing ugly or negative about it. It's pretty badass. I'm not even gonna lie. But that's really all I had for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any other questions for me regarding anything you saw today or would like to see more of this myth busting thing, definitely let me know, guys, because I actually had fun myth busting some stuff for you, you know, with these Glocks. It's something really cool, you know, to really see how compatible, you know, some of these are with each other, because I get a lot of compatibility questions with these. So it's kind of nice to find out, you know, how exact everything fits. So again, just if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I can definitely try to consider them and make a video of it in the future. But looks like that's everything for today, guys. Have a good day.